Just going to that handshake matchup. I think this is like the main thing though. You get your hands on the Talia and you're feeling like you're the one in control of the series. Ezreal being the consideration here for Deft. Of course, Arcane Shift not being a dash really does help here.
Not sure if Lucian's going to fit the bill.
Oh, okay.
It makes a lot more sense.
Pulbe.
Makes a lot more sense to see the Yone in this scenario.
Like Alistair and Ari do require that as... Is that support Maokai? That is a lot of fun.
Unless it's support Talia, I don't think so. So
it is something that can very reliably get on top of Ezreal. Too much more happening here as Deft finds the W, but the plant is actually going to even things out nicely. Never you mind. Barrier going to be utilized though as there's the Ignite onto Polu. Seismic Shove gets 2 as once again he gets that work done, but Youngjae going to get stunned up now. Deft is going to move in. Double buffs on the line. They're going to be picked up by Pyosik, who does not get the Seismic Shove.
Feels fantastic. Is if you can stack Plasma as Envy in these scenarios, you feel really good about this. Deft already using Barrier to get that trade won. Paulo has to flash over the wall here, and Pyosik's damage output is just so insane, and Barrel helps set it all up there with Deft. They're just too split. Envy can't get in there. Paulo already used his buttons.
Yeah, going to be wards cleared out as Pyosik has got this dragon down to half as that's a pulverize onto 3. Twisted advance from Paulo to try and get him out of there as now Envy trying to chase them down. Barrel, even the dragon gets mad at him. Voidseeker soaked by Pyosik, and now Deft is just tanking them. He has Arcane Shift, should be able to get himself out. See, he was holding that cooldown for so long. Never had to use it in the end.
Yeah. I guess all 3 of these games are going to be like this, Atlas.
Okay, PDD going to dash in, finds the charm, and Polu is dead. The Orb of Deception was quite deceiving in that moment, doubling the amount of grubs that Bro have got so far this series. Looking really good. They might be able to triple it here as well, as ulti is going to miss there as BDD just dashing around, trying to find the angles. The rocks go down a little bit late there as BDD just skirts it, playing this one out. This ward does spot exactly what's going on here as Beryl and Pyosik going to move into the brush as Youngjae coming on down. But still, opportunity, and okay, Youngjae was in position, perfect. Oh yeah, you don't.
So it ends up amounting to nothing here as Pulbe, nice shield here.
Ooh, Charm is going to miss. That's actually a big deal as Pyosik going to come on over. And now has the Vampiric Scepter there as well as Perfect going to try and change things. As in comes Pyosik, does look for the ulti as he gets underneath the turret. I don't know about that one, as he will have to snap back at some point. There is the... And KT are just taking this turret. They will be able to get yet another plate. So a little bit more of a defensive use of the wall. Headbutt Pulve is going to connect, and they look to punish the Talia, and now it's Pyosik's turn to play it. Pulve is going to get flung back into the rocks. BDD gets another one, and Bro, unfortunately, just kind of falling apart here in game number 3. Envy tries to flash it, does manage to get out, but Pyosik, he'll get the stun. There's the charm. Cool guys don't look at explosions. It's been one heck of a series. And sometimes things like this can happen where Beryl is going to get flung back and eaten alive. Good headbutt though, still not going to quite be enough. As Youngjae taking a lot of damage, Heartbreaker comes in and it might be exactly that. Oh, the Impale as Polu, I think he's going to be cut down where he stands. And there's a charm onto Envy as well, to add insult to injury. For everyone's sakes, 5,000 gold is the lead, and it is very early for a lead like that. As Beryl caught clearing a ward, or was he?
Yeah, I mean, Beryl is just so tanky. And, like, you know, his ult is just going to buy a little bit of extra time here.
He was pretty late with the ult.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's chain CC'd, it's fine. It could have probably pre-ulted there if he really knew it was coming, but...
Unless it was just coming back up.
It buys him enough time, though, or he buys enough time for the follow-up to come through, and they're just so ahead. And then Envy here, you can't be here, unfortunately. You don't have any topside. Nobody's alive. And now, I mean, KT are really just rolling the ball down the hill.
Yep. And it is Barrett. Oh, he uses it, a taxi in for the engage. He'll be taken down, but it is a trade. 1-for-1 so far. Pulbe trying to be the hero here, but he just walks straight into that Mystic shot. And now Pyosik, I mean, this is how, I guess, they're going to play Talia. They just plan to kill her every team fight, and then Pyosik can do it instead. And they pile on top of the Cassante. Deft is able to stay alive, and it's a triple kill.
He has a torch and an arm guard. Okay.
Yep. And now Morgan has a dream. His dream is to survive. And it is, you know, going to survive for a little while, but Deft will get with a lot of time. As Beryl is going to face check and then flash in. He'll find the pulverize. There's Perfect. Looks for it. Gets it. And oh my goodness, where did Young Jae go? He just disappeared. The ult out from Pool Bay. KT will have to take a consolation Polo, although he takes a blast cone out. Def says no to that. He'll put up the barrier. Envy trying to stay alive here as Pyosik dashes on in. He's legendary now. It was
in live.
Yes, in live, Young Jae is missing. We have the poster up.
Did kind of get robbed of the real Game 3, I feel, because those plays bottom side were so on a knife's edge. Like if Young Jae actually, helps set that up, and then we actually see Pool Bay stay. That's what you get, man. You flip it, you lose. Sometimes you lose half the time.
Yeah, I mean it's Edge of Night as well on this Viego. He does so much damage, and he's able to ignore the initial CC at the same time. They'll break open the base. KT still with almost 2 minutes of Baron left remaining at the same time. Goodness me, okay. Pyosik dashes forward. Polu with the Nature's Grasp. They do manage to find themselves a shove, but it's onto Perfect. He's near immortal. Oh, just the very edge of the charm going to connect onto Morgan, who's desperately trying to survive this. He's under an inhibitor turret, but still has to flash as Polu taking so much. True Shot Barrage not going to hit.
Yeah, the thing is, people are dying alive again.
Yeah, Pool Bay is real dead. We saw the start of an attempted ultimate. What we saw in games 1 and 2, what does the statement say? Like, we were doing the other ones for fun? Like, because this is, like, KT saying we are way better. And right now I believe them, but I saw games 1 and 2, so I don't know what it means. As they are diving these turrets, Pyosik is so incredibly massive, it is absurd. He's going to be able to take down Envy there, grabs himself the double, and KT, they want to go home. They want to end this madness. They want to tell Hirai that this is how they want to play from now on. Don't worry, dude, we've got this. And we'll see whether he believes them. We'll see whether that's what they can bring to the Telecom War coming up on Saturday for our Saturday Showdown. Because after a game like this, maybe there's hope. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe we understand that they've got it in them. But they'll have to show us.
Wasn't even able to do like a normal walkout, but at the end of the day, he played very well in this last game. It wasn't his greatest series, but we have to consider he's injured.
I was actually a little bit worried because it did look like game number 2 was a bit of a lower point for Beryl. And his Alistair is something that we know he knows how to pilot exceptionally well, right? Like there's a lot of muscle memory there, but he must be pretty uncomfortable right now. I mean, surgery on the abdomen does not sound like a whole lot of fun. So really keeping it together. So hats off to Beryl there for that one. As we watch him underneath the enemy turret and listen to KT as they put the last few nails in the coffin. Yeah,
Beryl said
Beryl just said, yeah, he's like...